The easiest way to succeed is to make things harder for yourself. Sounds crazy, right? Stick around and I'll tell you why this counterintuitive approach is the secret weapon of world-class performers in every field. Today we're diving into a concept that's been game-changing for Mojca and me in our journey of running our e-commerce shop. Forging hard into easy. So what do I mean by forging hard into easy? It's about facing challenges directly instead of trying to find the easy way out. In our e-commerce shop, Mojca and I have learned that things that seem hard often lead to the biggest breakthroughs. Remember when you first tried to learn to ride a bike? At first it seemed impossible. You wobbled, you fell, you might have even wanted to give up. At least I did, but instead of quitting, you kept at it. You practiced balancing, then pedaling, then steering. Each fall taught you something new. And before you knew it, riding a bike became second nature. What once seemed incredibly hard became easy through persistence and practice. This experience teaches us that by leaning into difficulties, we can turn them into opportunities for growth and mastery. The same principle applies in business and in life. The challenges that seem the hardest often lead to the biggest breakthroughs. For example, this thing I'm doing right now is hard for me. Sitting down, thinking about how I can communicate what's currently inspiring me is, well, extremely difficult. Putting my thoughts into words is not easy. Pressing record on that camera and talking in my second language is not easy. Dealing with mispronounced words and multiple takes, it's not easy. But I'm doing it anyway, and that's the key to what I'm trying to leave with you today. If you feel like you have to do something that inspires you, but you know it's gonna be super difficult, you're faced with a choice of whether to pursue the goal and face the hardship, or choose the easier path. The path where you won't put yourself out there and you won't find solutions to problems that stand between you and your goal. This idea isn't new. In fact, it's rooted in the ancient Stoic philosophy, beautifully explained in Ryan Holiday's book, The Obstacle is the Way. This book left a huge impact on me. One story that stuck in my mind was the story of Marcus Aurelius. Imagine being the Roman emperor during a devastating plague. That's exactly what happened to Marcus Aurelius during the Antonine Plague. Instead of giving in to despair, he saw it as an opportunity to lead. He implemented public health measures, provided relief, and even helped carry the bodies of the dead himself. The takeaway, even in the face of massive challenges, we can choose our response and find ways to make a positive impact. Now, I know what you're thinking. That's great for a Roman emperor that lived 2,000 years ago. But what about me and my business? Here's the key. Break it down. When Mojca and I wanted to open a brick-and-mortar store during COVID, it seemed impossible at first, but we learned to break it down into smaller, more manageable pieces. Suddenly, what seemed insurmountable at first later became a series of achievable steps. This is the real secret to forging hard into easy. It's not about the challenge magically becoming simpler. It's about you becoming more capable by tackling it piece by piece. But here's where it gets really interesting. We found that deliberately seeking out challenges, even stacking the cards against ourselves intentionally, leads to incredible growth. When you train in the worst possible conditions, everything else becomes easier by comparison. It's like a runner training at high altitude. When they come down to the sea level, they're unstoppable. In our business, we frequently set ambitious goals and deadlines and then push ourselves to reach them in time. Sometimes we fail and learn, but sometimes we succeed and see that the goal that seemed impossible at first was actually pretty achievable. So how can you apply this in your own life and business? Here are 5 strategies we use. Number 1, identify the smallest possible step towards your goal. Make it so small it's almost impossible to fail. Number 2, create a timeline with milestones for each step. This gives you a roadmap and helps you celebrate small wins along the way. Number 3, frequently step out of your comfort zone. Take on projects slightly beyond your current abilities. Things and projects that once seemed extremely hard will become easier with every completed project. Number 4, reflect on and learn from each challenging experience. The lessons you gain are just as valuable as the achievement itself if not more. Number 5, this is the most important one. Learn to love the hard challenges. Every time you face a hard challenge, be thankful for all the lessons you're gonna learn by trying to overcome it. Remember, forging hard into easy isn't about avoiding difficulties. It's about embracing them, breaking them down, and going through the process. We'd love to hear about the challenges you're tackling right now and how you're breaking them down. Share your experiences in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more insights on business development and personal growth.